like, let me
Yeah,
see if they want to join. I don't know. It's like, I'm always
fucking good.
running this shit by myself. So it's like, cool. Join on up. All right.
Yeah.
What up, WWC? What up, my family? So, no intro tonight. Getting right into it. No need for nonsense. It's a busy day coming in. We got tons of stuff to get to. And joining us tonight is the one, the only, Wisconsin Finest. What's up, brother?
Hello, sir. How we doing?
We're doing great, man. We're doing great.
Surviving?
Yeah. Oh, Punisher just said, don't show your feet, man.
Ow. Can we go live on camera? I got him out.
Punisher, listen, no promises. That's all I'm going to say to you. Hey, Wisconsin, before we get into it, I got to share this with you, okay? So, I had some douche message me, right? This guy on 105, which, by the way, I plan on talking good about 105, okay? So, for this brief moment, I'm not going to, just to give you a heads up, because we had a server war against 105, so just, whatever. And they're really cool, like, great people. I will talk good from here on out. That's why I want to get this out now, because positives coming from 105 after this. So, if you look on the screen, this little bitch hit his truck. Now, how many trucks get hit? I mean, trucks get hit all day long. I be honest, like, I hit this truck on Saturday after server war. I had shit to do. We were running around like crazy. I had pickleball. It was Valentine's Day. I had to go out to dinner that night. Prepping. I actually had work I was doing. Whatever. I had a bunch of shit. I just hit trucks. I'm not looking for who the F you are. I'm really like, I just hit them. There's no offense. Like, the next day I'll hit different people, right? This dude, like, comes up and he's like, you're an idiot, aren't you? No, I don't know what he's talking about. I mean, he's factually correct. I am quite stupid most of the time. But I really need to know. I can't wait to hear, like, why are you upset about this, right? And he's upset because I hit his truck, and apparently I'm only allowed to raid the trucks on 183 for points. And I mean, dude, first of all, let me get a word out of there. I don't need to do anything. There's nothing I need to do in the game. There's things that you want to do or you do because you want to, but there's nothing you need to do. So yeah, you hit trucks for points for the server war, but like, this war hasn't even started yet. We just finished the server war with these guys. And this guy thinks my mind has changed. Like, I have enough time to sit on Saturday and search through trucks to make sure I'm hitting 183. I got word for you. I don't have time.
I'm with you on that. Like, we got LNL this week coming up. If I'm not finding good ones, I'm gonna look elsewhere. It's one of those ones of time value, right?
Yeah. Like, I gotta tell you, Wisconsin, like, the way these trucks work, okay, I get it. We want to hit trucks to try, you hit as many trucks you can for the other server. I'll give it as long as I'm searching for trucks normally, right? But I'll also tell you this: I'm not giving up exclusive weapons that I can raid to go get some shitty little, plunders. Like, you got to have some sleds out there so we can actually hit them and get in there for the points. Otherwise, I'll do my best. I'll give you my resources to win my arms races. I'll throw everything I have to plunder what you need. But give me a break, bro. I don't have time on Saturday to go through this stuff and worry about this guy. So anyway, I told him I will hit. I'm
with you on that. I'm with you on that 100%. Because it's ridiculous to go ahead and expect you got, let's just say, Marshall or Zombie or something on Saturday before Cap War, right?
Yeah.
Real quick, real easy. Then you get Cap War.
Yeah.
We're already in the game for 3 hours.
Bro, exactly.
I'm not worried about it after Cap War. I'm not worried about oh, I need to plunder this truck or that truck. We already just finished.
Amen. Hey, you're
Sunday
preaching.
is when
Preach.
Sunday is when it counts.
Yes. Preach.
So now, thank you for translating it because I can't read Korean like that. And what you were saying, what he's saying is clown. Like that, just ridiculous.
Dude, I thought so here's what I really thought. When he called me an idiot, I was like, oh no, because I'm busy on Saturday. You know, when I was streaming this stuff, usually I stop the war. Like when the war ends, I try not to hit anybody after the war. So I was thinking, oh man, did I actually like hit this guy after the bell sounded and the war was over? Like, what's this guy upset about for me, you know? Then he talks about trucks. I'm like, come on, man. You be so sensitive around here with these fucking trucks, man. Like, I didn't get my trucks plundered for days. There's people that are stronger than me that rob my shit. I have never sent a single message to anybody that plundered my truck. You plunder my shit. It is what it is.
If you're worried about trucks, get stronger.
Even if you get stronger, there's always somebody else. Unless you're Stickman or somebody, whatever, there's always somebody that will plunder your truck.
There's always someone bigger.
Yes, always.
I just hit 73 mil on my tank. I was like, okay, cool.
Congrats, by the way.
2 seconds after I sent it out, it was like, plundered.
Yeah, you got burned. Yeah.
What?
What
are you gonna do?
You know what that is? That's last war life. Like your shit's gonna get plundered. That's why I thought the whole point of us sending out the sleds was because we were happy because you could only get it plundered once. Now we get it plundered once and we're gonna cry that we got it plundered. I mean, the whole point of the sled was, hey, you can only plunder it once, right? Like, I don't know. It's just listen, I get it. You're out there, you get plundered, but we're 700 and something days into this game. We're almost 800 days in this game. At this point, if you're crying about plundering of trucks, oh shit, man, you got to play another game. You have to play another game. This is like, please don't get upset about plunders of trucks. Anyway, I had to get that out because
I'm with you. I'm with you on that one. 100%.
Ugh, Jesus.
Like, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, the sensitivity is wild. Farmer Nate, welcome in, brother. By the way, I saw your comment in the at the stream. Did not win the tourney, but had fun. But thank you for remembering and asking. Johnny, welcome in, man. Good to have you in. Who we got? Noodle. Oh, Noodle. Noodle. I'm gonna get into your whole fight too. You got to hear this one, Wisconsin. You're gonna love this. What we got going on around here. What up, Farmer Nibs? Catch this one live. Yeah, I know you'll be out probably pretty soon, but good having you in at least. Woo is for the children. Welcome in, brother. Too many people. No shit, Johnny. Arrow. Always good to have you, my man. No lake compliance. Good. Plundered reindeer still has a lot more value than non-plundered UR truck by far. Yeah, exactly. Beck. Good having you in. Beck, by the way, is now helping the coordinates list, folks. Our partner over at Coordinates List. So great work, Beck. Great work. Glad to see you in, man. You should be used. Arrow. I did the math on it many times. Oh yeah, there's no doubt that getting your sled plundered is better than your truck. 100%, Arrow. That's just it's amateur hour over here with these guys. It's crazy. Patty, what's up? King, I love your growing videos. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. And Chicken Charlie in. Bellico in. What's cooking? Actually, what's cooking is I think she's making stuffed pepper casserole or something. That's what was cooking.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know. It sounded good.
Ooh. Can I fly down to Arizona for some of that?
Sure. Come on up. Come on over, brother. Come on over. Now, normally I do not say that to a Packer fan, but in your case,
I mean, your team beat mine, so I mean, you gotta welcome me in.
Isn't it a strange world that you're able to say that? Anyway, okay. Let's get in. So, I want to cover this the truck guy. All right, what do we want to get into now? Should I tell? I want to get into server war stuff. Your server war, our server war. Let me tell you the fun. I'm going to get into it. Noodles is here, so I'm going to get into it. I don't know. Some of the other guys might not be here, or they might be dropping in after. But I got to tell you. This. Okay, so we have a WWC kill event going on weekly now. Weekly. I'm like, I get giddy about this shit. I love this stuff, Wisconsin. So we have 3 absolute slaughterers who are going to be competing against one another. Okay? So let me show you a little picture Discord from that Noodle sent to our Discord. Let me see if I can find it. I got a shot of it over here of what his score was from Versus. So here is your number 1 person so far. And we're starting this with these 3. We don't know. We might expand it, but right now it'll be a weekly thing. So here was bowl of ramen, 251 million in kill event. It's just so awesome, bro. It's just so awesome. I love hearing this shit. And so we got him. It's Noodles. And then after Noodles, the other 2 that you are well aware of is one who I actually, Wisconsin, learned how to pronounce his name because he was part of the WWC. I had no clue how to say his name. Do you know how to say MEWTWO? Do you know how to say this?
MEWTWO?
Yes.
Metibo?
Aha. See what I mean? I actually went on YouTube and I actually pronounced to make sure out of respect I could pronounce the man's name correct. It's Mewtwo.
Okay, so the Pokemon.
Exactly. Yes. Mewtwo.
All right, okay.
So I went on and actually like watched it to say it. But Mewtwo, who is an absolute beast. On the screen I was showing you just this dude doing a cannon. This guy, times 65. This guy's out there. He's going 65. 65. That's just wild. Wild that 65 people are hitting him. And he's still not dead. Just crazy. So this guy's out here throwing up.
Nuts. That's nuts.
Exactly.
I'll give him that.
Oh, that's crazy. I mean, that's not stuff we don't even see from like Hulk. I mean, 65? That's crazy. I was just like, damn, bro, this guy's a beast. Absolute beast. So much fun. And so he's out there killing 200 million versus scores. So I laid down the challenge and I said, hey, you and like Noodle over here should get in a competition. Yeah, Mewtwo didn't flinch. He didn't flinch. I didn't have I barely had time to hit send, and that dude came back to me and was like, oh, it's on. No problem. It's on. This guy, crazy. So we have bowl of ramen against Mewtwo, but that's not enough for us. That's not enough fun for having a weekly challenge or kill event. We had to add one more. The one, the only, Baja is also entered the arena and accepting the challenge to go in. You know him, you love him, you've seen him in the Valentine, in the Halloween Massacre 24-hour show.
Halloween event. Yep.
Oh yeah. Baja is. I tell you what his name is currently in the game, but he changes it every other week because it's just fun. I'm sure it's some Valentine's Day Baja. Who knows what he's up to? It's really a lot of fun.
I changed mine to John Deere, and I confused the hell out of you.
You did. You're like a farmer. All of a sudden, you became a farmer overnight. But already look at this. Look already. Noodles is I'm away next weekend, so I'll miss it. Oh, he saw already. You're gonna lose the title already?
Oh, that's an excuse.
Mewtwo. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you who's not gonna be away. Mewtwo's gonna take the title. I'm also gotta find. I'm gonna get some kind of. I will tell you this right now. I'm gonna give you another thing. I'm gonna be doing. I'm going to be creating some kind of virtual title belt. A virtual kill event championship belt. And you can't just send in a score, by the way. You can't just send in a score to get the title. You actually have to be in the competition for that week to get the title. So Mewtwo, that sounds like it's going to be for the first title. It's going to be Mewtwo versus Baja. That's what it sounds like to me. I got to tell you, Baja, I got to be honest, you got an uphill challenge. I wish they gave us I wish we had like WWC bucks and we can bet on it like you could do with the Champions Duel. And you could do like, listen, I'm already spitballing ideas out here. Look at this. I'm just
now. I'll put one out there that since I transferred over here, if you look at Ron from our alliance, he's put up 140, 150, 180 mil on kill event.
Wow.
You might want to DM him to see if he's interested.
Well, I don't know. I mean, listen, we have the two entrants have entered the arena for the first week. Now, if Ron wants to enter in a challenge,
I'm just throwing it out there.
A challenge to Mewtwo and Baja, I don't know. I mean, this is just the first week how we're gonna do this. We're just spitballing stuff right now. But listen, we always do crazy shit around here, so this is just the next entrance into our nutso stuff. So we're just gonna have a kill event challenge, and we'll do it weekly. Right now, it's Mewtwo and sounds like Baja. Listen. Noodle.
Also,
I'm not giving out. I'm not giving out the money. The game doesn't give me money. It's actually our money that we actually put out there. So you're in the wrong YouTube one. You should go to the one that actually gets money from folks. This is my money that I actually have to play with. So I'm not giving it out, brother. Although
can I just say real quick? I love how your base is actually organized. Thank you for my OCD.
Oh. Well, I throw my stuff into this corner. Oh, by the way, so this is another thing that people...
I know where you throw your stuff in the corner. I'm just saying for everyone else out there.
But
organize your damn bases.
But here's the thing, Wisconsin. I've got a bunch of shit about how I put myself in this corner. Apparently, this corner is supposed to be more utilized than for this. So here's my reasoning of why I like putting it in this corner. I liked putting it in this corner because I felt like the rest of the base is more visible to me. Like to my eye, like just looking at it, I feel like visually I had full vision of all of this. I felt like I was blocked by this little fence down here with some of the vision down here. And I was like, okay, I'll throw my shit here. And that way I can just kind of focus on all of this. If you put it up here, I didn't like that as much, like cutting it and only seeing this. It's just, for me, it didn't work. So that's why I picked this, so I kind of look at my base like this all the time. But
I'm the same way. And when I look at my base and I've played other accounts, as you know, and help people out when they're on vacation or whatnot. Those bases make my head crawl. Based on where everything's organized. It just...
Yeah, it's wild. It's wild how people have it. Mewtwo's in the house. Oh, he back.
Uh-oh.
So Mewtwo, apparently already Bolaramen is out for next week. It's just you versus Baja. So Noodle said no. He tapped out. He saw whatever that was, 65 or what was that, 68? Wild. He saw this screenshot, 60, and he said, nope, I'm away next week. That's what happened. So, I mean, 65. That's just like, normally they say, do you know what the kids say with 65? They say those are computer numbers. Those are video game numbers. Like 65.
I mean, if it was 6'7", my niece and nephew would be going ahead and doing the 6'7" dance.
You said the magic words to Arrow. You said the magic words to our compliance officer over here. He loves when you're saying 6'7". You hear that? Hear that, compliance? Already. And Beck hates it. So you got magic words to get it started already today.
right away.
Yep, it didn't take us long. We got 15 minutes in. We got 6-7.
We could go with my favorite number, but I don't want to get you demonetized.
He says, "Win or lose, let's make fighting great again." Mewtwo, Mewtwo, I'm fire. Oh, believe me, Mewtwo, you will definitely be making it great again. I can assure you that. Beck, whoa. What is going on? You're trying to chip in for the fights? You chipping in, brother? Awesome. Look at Beck. Beck's a. What is it? Oh man, thank you, Beck. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. You send me the belt in Discord. All right, we got a picture of the belt. Let's see what the belt's gonna look like. I don't know. I'm not approving or denying yet on the belt because we got other images. But let me see. Where did you send it to me? Did you send it in general or did you send it to me personally? Where did you send it? I don't have it. I think you followed up with some fake news. Because I don't see it here. I know you didn't put it in here. You can't send me pictures. Is this, what are you talking about, man? Person, I don't see it, Woo. I put it up if I saw it, but you're not coming up in my chat. Maybe I blocked you. I don't know. I don't know what the hell, where the hell it is, but man. Yeah, I don't see it, man. I don't see it. I have to find it after. I'm not really that good at this.
Oh, personal Discord.
Yeah, I know. I did. I'm on personal Discord. I don't see it.
No.
I know. It's too bad.
Also, why is my chat with you in DMs not pinned? That's
okay.
Insulting.
So you want to know about this the pin thing going on that annoys the hell out of me? So I have to get these battles. Like people send me the fights all the time that we review. So I started getting lost because people are sending so many of them. Like I'm getting 15 a week to go over the battle report. I appreciate it to death. And the game only lets me pin 10 of these things. So now,
I know.
Not only do I have to only pin 10, but now I have a separate Excel spreadsheet list of battles that fall off my pin list to try to keep it straight, to give everybody, credit for doing it. It's the whole pin thing is wild. But anyway, I don't know. I can't find it, but I will when we get it. Maybe tomorrow night. I'll share your stuff. We'll see if it's Mewtwo says if it's red, it's dead. Listen, I can't wait to see these numbers that these guys are gonna put up. Why would the game care how many? Exactly. Don't get started, Mewtwo, on this game. What it cares about. I don't understand it either, man. I don't understand it. What I will tell you, I'm gonna tell you two things. Number one, I'm happy that this Valentine's Day thing is gonna end. I need it to end, guys. I appreciate the shit out of everybody sending chocolate and pushing up. I really appreciate you, but at the same time, it's just freaking too much, man. Having to worry about sending the chocolate out, running out of chocolate, trying to send it to everybody. I don't have enough to even send back to folks. It makes me feel bad. I'm trying to find gifts to send back to people. And then it's just too much going on. Like endless. It's like freaking responsibility. And then on top of it, I don't know why we send like 7 people on the server all the chocolate. I don't even understand it. Like, why are we spreading out the chocolate? Why are we sending the same 7 people chocolate? Like, shouldn't the job be in your alliance to try to get as many people the rewards as possible? Stop sending it to the people that already have all the rewards. I don't get it.
I agree with that. I think get everyone you can to idle status, right? Because they're getting drone parts, they're getting
the rewards are good.
As many as they can.
The rewards are good, man.
At idle, just idle. You're not looking at a superstar. And then from there, prioritize, right? It's
I don't disagree with you. I mean, to get to superstar is really hard to begin with, especially if you're trying to spread out the love. I actually don't disagree with what you're saying, because to try to get everybody to superstar is very difficult if you're going to spread it out across the alliance. But I totally agree with you. Like, really, like, you know, free, like, you have free to play and low spenders out there that are playing this event, right? You got to give them love. Like 100, they get 100 gears for free out of this thing, right? 2,000 diamonds. Like, give it to the people who don't get shit. Like, those are the people that should be getting it. You know, instead we're sending stuff to VIP 18s through the roof. Like how, like all the we're sending all our chocolate and everything. Like, VIP 18 should end up with 0 chocolate. Just 0. I mean, honestly, they don't even want it.
I had a call last night with Bridge Babes and Bonsai, and I sent their sister-in-law all my chocolates. I sent like 25 of them.
Good man.
Because she was close. She's not even in my alliance, but she was close.
Right.
It's one of those things, like, she's almost there. She'll get it by the end of the event if she gets like 50 chocolates.
Yeah, give to the needy. Give to the needy.
Get it there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get to the superstar base at the end of the event. I don't care.
Yeah, I just don't.
So it's just help it out.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't want to get into it because then you go like, I don't want to call people out for like who's at the bottom and showing names who didn't get any love. But I could tell you, like, if they didn't get any love, they probably feel like shit. And, you know, they got all these rewards that they could get. And it's just like, I don't know. It just seems like help everybody out in these things. If you're in this again, we do this, you know, every year we have this thing where, you know, there's chocolate, whatever. We really got to get more of a campaign to get out there to help everybody out with this whole passing around the chocolate stuff. Because stocking it up with the same people makes no sense to me. I don't.
Well, you remember our buddy Shifu?
Shifu.
From FS4. He was one of our Korean players.
Maybe if I saw the name, I don't recognize it off the
he all he messaged me was, "Hey, my friend, can you send 5 chocolates?"
There you go.
And I was like, "There you go." Like
a reasonable request.
Done.
Yeah.
You know, and then it was like, "Do you need more?"
Yeah.
Not a problem. And so then it was like sent it to, you know, 4 or 5 people, like, "Hey, you need some?" It's not a popularity. It's to get everyone to a good level to get good rewards.
Right.
You know, like,
but you know,
we're working as a team, not a popularity contest.
But it is. But that's the problem, is it is a popularity contest. That's the problem with it. But you know what? Here's the thing. Everybody shoots themselves in the foot. We just talked about this last time. We estimated who was free to play low spender. The estimates out in the chat were somewhere between like 80%. Everybody estimated that this game is played by free to play low spenders is probably around 80%. That's what around the numbers is. There was 90% guess, whatever, blah, blah. So let's just round it out for 80%. That means free to play low spenders control the game. You control where your chocolate goes. So there's no way VIP 18s or 17 or anybody else gets chocolate unless it's coming from 80% of the time from those players. It's like everybody needs to get together and help themselves out to say, hey, listen, I'm free to play. You're free to play. Hey, I'm low spender. You're low spender. This is who's getting the chocolate. We're getting chocolate, not the spenders. Spenders can get these rewards anyway. We don't get these rewards. It's hard to get 100 gears. That's money. It's currency. We got to help each other out. We got to campaign together and get together. Instead, it ends up being a popularity contest. And everybody starts sending it to one. Oh, you sent it. Oh, you sent it. Blah, 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 blah. It's crazy shit. It's just like.
Well, and I got a crown and a rocket from people that I didn't expect. And like, I'm not buying rockets. I'm not buying crowns. I'm not buying any of that. And you know that I'm a pay to play player.
Yes.
I won't hide that. And it just comes down to I'm going to pay it back but in a different way.
Right.
And so if it's chocolates, that's what you gotta do. You gotta pay it back. But if someone's already at max levels, why are you doing it?
Yeah. That's what I mean. I don't get it. Like, for example, if somebody superstar and they're, whatever, you don't need to make them superstar 10 stars. Like, how is that helping the game? I just don't, it doesn't make sense to me, but whatever. Just move on. It is what it is.
Well, I'm with you. I'm with you.
I'm happy it's ending. That's all I know. Mewtwo, I think Mewtwo's full of shit. He's saying he's not free to play. I know you're free to play, bro. You're definitely free to play. Certain areas push people idle. Yeah, no, there's definitely no organization actually. I mean, here and there, like people talk about it and say, I'll give this person. Today there was more organization around it than previous because we're running out of chocolate. But the problem is, actually, you're too late. If you're organizing today, it's just too late. So it's you got to do it earlier in the week. You got to be like, okay, we're gonna focus on this person. Okay, now we're gonna do this. Blah blah blah. I just there's no way I'm seeing it. And listen. All you got to do is look at the rankings. It's out there. You look at your server. You're saying you guys aren't organizing? Go look at your server. Go look at your server up and down that list and see how many people. Go to the very bottom and look at the people who are. You look at the people who are at the very bottom and see if they're pay to play players. Because they're probably not.
Well, but either way. And not only that, but then you can click on your base and your alliance and you can see their ranking.
No, really? I didn't even know I could do that. Where? In my base? Like I can click on my base right now and see it?
So you can click on the base and you can actually see.
Oh, see that they're okay, I got you. At the bottom it shows you
where they're at idle or if they're superstar or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you got their stars.
Let me get a popular one. Like this
so you know if they need help.
Oh yeah, see.
So like Wednesday or Thursday of this past week, boom, I need to hit them with chocolate.
Yeah, like look at I'm looking on the screen right now. Like there's just bases without blankets. Like it's it's just it's crazy to me. All your servers have everybody has it. It's nothing new. It's just something we got to correct in the game. Just to stop the nonsense of giving to the people that don't need the stuff. It's just
Also, I love the crazy. People with pyramid bases. Shout out to pyramid bases.
I know you do.
Shout out to pyramid bases, baby.
Don't listen to him. He's a horrible example for all with the pyramid base. Stop it. It's so bad. Okay. All right. Let's get into server war. Okay. All you server wars out there, for those of you that do not know, I'll just quickly talk about mine. I want to hear about yours too, Wisconsin. Send me a picture of your bracket in Discord. I want to display it when I ask you about server war.
All right. Let me take.
Yeah, I know it'll take you an hour to figure that out, so I'll do. I'll talk about this.
Well, I got your YouTube on one screen. I got this on the other.
Okay. So here's our bracket where we're at 118. We beat 105. So just a quick sum up for those you that don't know, 105, awesome, by the way. As I said, I don't need to talk about that other dude, but 105 as a whole, incredibly great fighters. It takes two to make a great war. Our war lasted 90 minutes. Scrappy participation through the roof. Awesome to see. Really just a great job by 105, organizing, fighting, really strong too. Very strong server in how they did. I love their participation and their scrappiness. It was a great fight. 90, I think it was like 100 to 60 or something. But listen, 90 minutes. It was such a long war that when we tried to find other ones after, it was too long. We were in one of the longest wars. It was just an absolute blast. Adrenaline pumping, just fighting it. I wish I could have that feeling every Saturday fighting a server war. That's why I play the game. Perfect example of what I personally log on for and wait for. It's that feeling fighting those server wars and getting scrappy for 90 freaking minutes. Boy, what fun, man. And again, it takes two to tango. So a huge thank you to 105 for making that happen. I know we said we're not rating the kill event folks out there. We had 96 this week. Now, I can tell you that, again, it's very difficult to talk about kill event during the server war times. So we're not really ranking how the kill events went during this time period. 96 would have been great, though. They would have got a great score because even through all this nonsense, they were still scrappy looking to fight and, everything else. You had people out there during the event. But a lot of people, lose their troops during server war. It's tough to actually get a true feeling on whether people are fighting because you are trying to make it for the next round and you're not necessarily going balls out, to get your troops emptied. On the flip side, 183 fought. This server is wild. This is who we're fighting next week. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw it, but the server is wild. Their total hero power. They had a VIP 18. They have a VIP 18, VIP 18, and yes, I at least know this guy KC is a VIP 18 at 302. So they have 4 of them. I don't know where Mountains is at as far as that. I guess would be at least 17. But could be on their way to 5 VIP 18s. So yeah, it is going to be an incredible battle. It'll be fun though. It'll be fun. Wait a minute. Who was that? Oh, did you see? Did you see that there's a fuck you on 183? Did you see this, Wisconsin? That's not right.
That must be an imposter.
I know, that's not right.
That's not our boy.
No, absolutely not. That's not that's not right. I don't like it. But anyway, yeah. So it was an incredible war. I hope all you. I know you guys have told me you're fighting out there. What's great about this Wisconsin that everybody has said is their server war brackets are finally have like even matchups, which has always been what the complaint has been from day 60 in this game to day 790 is the matchups of strength have not been well, and they did a great job. Because so many people out there are reaching out saying it's gonna go. Mewtwo, you're not 17. Well, yeah, but you're not even close. Well, that's shocking. You're not even close. But maybe you don't use diamonds for VIP either. Did you send yours over, Wisconsin?
I sent the matchup over in our chat.
All right, I got it. Oh, 107. Okay. All right. You're 184.
Yeah,
you guys got beat. You guys got
184
by 185.
Yeah,
talk us through
COS,
what happened there.
COS was very top heavy and middle heavy. They had a very good showing, and it was rough.
They have a top. What's top heavy? Like, what do they have? Like a VIP 18.
VIP 18 times 3, but like, I think it was 100 million over King.
Oh wow!
Big boy, big boy.
Yeah.
Like so you're looking at that. So, and my hero power. It was around. I would have been around 30th on their server. And so like I run a 73 tank with the gorilla, and then I run a 59 missile without.
Okay.
And so if you extrapolate that out, those folks that are running air or they're running missiles,
yeah.
I mean, it was rough.
Quick shout out.
So it was a pretty quick battle, but
1 second, Wisconsin. This message is brought to you by Chicken Charlie. Don't forget to do your Storm Arena, folks. 5 minutes. I already did mine. So I did mine earlier because I thought I was going to miss even the reset. But don't forget to do your Storm Arena.
Thank you.
There you go. So that message.
Thank you for that. Thank you
Charlie.
for that reminder, as I have not done mine.
Yeah, Chicken Charlie. Chicken Charlie bringing that message through. So there you All right, so 185 strong. Struggled there. Who did you guys face this week?
Then we went
175?
to from there. Pardon me. We played 77.
Oh, you guys fought 77. ATZ.
Yeah, we went to 77.
Did you win?
And we were the attackers there. We did win. And so next week we will play LNL and 81.
So congrats. That's a good win because 77 is pretty strong. They have good they have I know good top end folks, so that's a good win.
They had a very good fight. I mean, they definitely pushed us off of our what we were looking at trying to get in terms of our
game plan,
battle plan.
Yep. Now, so next week you get 81. Now 81 is really no joke. 81 is locked up with LNL.
Root's gonna be a fun one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he always is. I mean, he's a giant among giants. Like he's yeah. Root has been a giant for a long time.
And a very friendly person, not to mention. Like the couple of DMs that I have with him are, why did you hit me? Oh, I thought it was fun. Like,
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Great person.
Yeah.
Good jokes. But also, come on, man.
Yeah, good shit. Good shit. Well, good luck then. So you got 184 versus for 81. I'd even throw it out there to folks that I will join your war later, but my guess is there is no way there will be time to join a different war unless we get blown up. Because I don't think there's any way we're blowing out 183 in any case. So the only one that if we are joining would have been us getting blown out. And so I hope I do not get to join you. That's all I can say about that.
Well, how has it been on your new server?
Let's test that. Yeah, no, it's been absolutely so. I mean, I've experienced about going to these new servers, right? So we went, being at 72 to 87, and then 88, and then 71. I got to tell you, first of all, the welcome wagon, full effect. Everybody has been absolutely amazing. The server is incredibly friendly, nice. Respectful play. Everybody, it's like hunky dory. Everybody loves everybody. For the most part, there's zero drama on the server. At least from my, I mean, maybe there's behind the scenes shit going on that I don't know, whatever. But I can tell you, zero drama, public drama at the very least. It's all fun, all great. And I will tell you that strong as hell. Like everybody on this server, I cannot believe how strong this freaking server is. It's so wild. And I'm not talking VIP 18 strong. Like, it's not like, oh, we have Hulk or we have whatever. It's not that kind of strength. It's more just like this consistent high VIP 16, like low VIP 17 vibe where everybody's just super freaking strong across the board. Like, I'm 7th. I'm 279 million in THP, and I'm 7th on this server. It's just like 292, 291, 286, 279, 269, 264, 261, 261. It's just so consistent when, across the board when you're trying to kill things. Like if you had a Doom 280 you had to kill, there's a million people that can join that rally and kill it. It's just, you don't realize how strong everybody is until... You don't realize how strong everybody is until you look at the alliance gifts and you realize how many people are actually spending in the alliance. And you're like, holy shit, it's wild. Yeah, it's wild.
But that's fantastic, though. I mean, it's one of those great things about the transfers that other people talk down about. That it's like, it's gonna kill servers, but you're joining such a good server and you're helping the game,
right?
Yeah.
It's really been a phenomenal server to be on. It really, the third thing for me that I'm loving is the organization. Everybody is.
Yep.
We might win, you might lose. Listen, losing is part of this game. Like that's what I mean. You can't be sensitive. You lose shit. It happens all the time. There's no way you can win every. VIP 18s spend buku bucks to be where they are, and you don't win. Like you're gonna lose. People lose. That's what happens. If the matchups are good, by the way, there shouldn't be like you shouldn't look at a match and say, oh, they can't. That nobody can beat them. There should be like spread out. It's good. So you're going to lose, but I got to tell you, the organization, there's so many people on Discord. You know where you're going to go. Like, you know where you should be. If you're not in the right place, if you're on Discord, like there's plenty of communication to say where to go. So the battle plan can be changed on the fly. There's not a whole lot of like, what the hell is that guy doing? Or what the hell is she doing over here? No, everybody knows on Discord. Like if they're not where they're supposed to be, it can be resituated. And like everything is planned, Wisconsin. You're talking Desert Storm, you're talking Canyon Storm, server war. Like everybody's on Discord talking through the battle plan as you go on the fly. So it's just really organized in the way the game, for me, how I like to play the game and was, search for, that's how I like to see it. It's really just a lot of fun.
100% agree, and that's something that we on 71 we didn't have in the last half of when we were transferring out.
Right, you used to have it though, right?
We used to have it, yes, 100%.
Yeah,
and then it just became one of those things.
Yeah. Well, the problems grew on 7. There's numerous issues that were going on that kind of beat that down. But it's when you have it, you know how successful you can be. Just a well-oiled machine.
And that's it. Is like fighting, Desert Storm this other week. We fought Mike Hawk and his alliance. There's not much you can do, right? Like we can all agree on that. And we were overmatched, and it was just like, grab your points, don't spend speed ups, don't spend diamonds.
Yep.
Let's just make it how it is.
Right.
But we have an assignment list of buildings, and hey, you 2 or 3 go here, you 2 or 3 go there, and hold those, whether it's for desert or for canyon, and make it work. And it's definitely been a bonus to like have that system, because then what people aren't or are doing.
Yeah, I think that's incredibly important to know that, like what building you're going to like that, right? Like you're sitting there wondering, and you're just like going around and saying it. Oh my God, thank you, Vulture. I got a romance rocket over here.
Dang.
I know.
Look at you.
I know. Don't be jelly.
Getting a rocket?
Don't be jelly. It gets weird if you're jealous. So thank you, Vulture. Appreciate you, brother. That's what I'm talking about. This server is wild. Everybody's so awesome. It's just been a constant love fest going on around here.
Wait, QB, do I get crowns and rockets from you for being?
I don't have any.
Channel?
So here's the funny thing about crowns and rockets, right? So I love. Fine, you want
to
talk
you
about
gotta
this?
buy them. You gotta buy them.
Well, but not only do I'm saying, like, what I tried to buy a few like of these gifts, right? Because I thought, hey, it's Valentine's Day. We have a bunch of females on the team. I don't have the capacity to buy every single person on the team rocket, but I'll send like one out every day. And I was like actually reaching out to folks, trying to organize, say, hey, if I couldn't send one to you, who would you want to receive a rocket? So kind of take a vote on who it is, and the person with the most votes, I would actually go out and get them a rocket for fun, right? Way too much drama started around it. Like, you know what I mean? It was just causing more fuss than anything. I really had no... And the other thing about these rockets is I wish you could send... I don't know how to send them. I think there was like anonymously or something. I saw a thing pop up that said anonymous send, because I hate how it goes to world chat. Like, I wish you could say you don't want to send it to world. You just want to send it to that person. You don't want to make it public.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want to be a spectacle about it. Like, just send it to the specific person and say, hey, here, thinking about you, and blah, 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 right? For fun. Because people, they liked getting them. It was more or less like, is it a ripoff? Sure. Who the hell wants to spend them? I'm spending the money to send these rockets more because if I'm spending the money, but I'm making somebody else's day. Like, it's literally making somebody else's day. Like, they enjoy it, they find it nice, they like to put it up on their little display shelf and blah blah blah. So if it makes their day, fine. I think that's great, and I have no problem. I'd love to do that for somebody. But I did it for I think 3 or 4 days. I did it, and I'm buying them. Like, I'm buying these rockets and gifts. And by the way, I can't do anything with the coupons. So they have this coupon store nonsense. I have everything unlocked. They don't. It's not like I can use. I'm already up to $13.50. I can't use it. So unless they put something fun out here, nothing for me to do with it. But whether I can or I can't, it's more just like trying to have fun and reward the people that actually like appreciate that stuff.
You don't want to spend 9,000 coupons on the trophies for I'm a great teammate.
I already have them. I like giving these out. These actually, out of all the things this whole coupon event and whatever did, this is actually fun for me. I like these whole honorable opponent, admirable opponent, and the reliable teammate. I actually like giving these out. I may spend coupons on it, but I have a ton of them. But I actually think that's fun to give out to people.
They definitely are, and I got I think 25 from Clamhammer.
Holy
shit. And I started making fun of him for it. And I was just like, why are you doing this? And he's like, so that you have a trophy on your shelf.
There you go.
Yeah.
He loves you. He's just giving a little love to you, that's all. Give a little love.
Well, I mean a little love, but he wouldn't join us on the channel tonight.
Yeah, Beck, you can get a crown for... Don't get me started. See, Beck's trying to get me started. You can get a crown for free in the roulette wheel. And, the versus roulette. They have crowns. They have, what's the other ones that they... Let me see. Don't get me started on this roulette wheel. Just going to get me in trouble. And by the way... So let me just...
Those odds make me want to go ahead and go to the casino instead.
Yeah, I gotta clear the air on this. So I was upset the other day about this roulette wheel. Okay. The truth about the roulette wheel is I don't mind it. All right. I think that it's great that they allow you to do something with your versus points they didn't before. The roulette wheel is better than it was. I do think that these fireworks are actually good rewards for the team. They do have them, whatever. I'm not, it's fun. Like, I was upset about the whole thing and I could rant about it. I'm just pissed off that I've run this. So what I don't like on this roulette wheel is that's fine, but I keep getting friggin' sparklers. All right. And I keep getting teacups and music notes. I don't give a shit about sparklers, teacups, and music notes. That's all I'm telling you. And I'd rather have one exclusive shard than 3 teacups. That's all I'm saying. I'd rather have a gold shard than 3 teacups. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'll put out.
The only nice part with it is that you can send special messages. So if you get enough teacups or high notes,
yeah,
and they're put it on their profile,
yeah,
I'm not gonna say what my special message to a person from 78 is, but let's just say that it can... where my mind's going, that they can sing the high notes at that point with the music notes.
Yes.
Or they can sing something different with black tea.
Yeah. No, they can. Yes, no doubt.
And I'm terrible.
But here's the thing. So you have the crown, the car, and the rocket, right? And the percentages on these things were like 2% or something ridiculous. I don't know.
They're terrible.
0.2%. I've run this friggin' roulette wheel like a million times. I keep spinning it. I think this last week I spun it 15 times, 16 times or something ridiculous. And I don't get shit. I never get any of those things. Now some people get lucky, they get them and blah blah blah. But I'm not getting any of those things. So that's where you're getting it though, Beck. That's the whole point. That's where you got the crown from, I'm sure, for free. Is you probably hit it on the roulette wheel and got it. It doesn't work for me, so I have to actually pay for the rockets when I send them and whatever. But it's
I actually got I got a rocket from Pun and I got a rocket from Smooth when I just randomly when I was asleep, and both of them sending me basically back to back. So that's where I got my couple of rockets. But
that's good shit. That's good shit.
Yeah.
By the way, did you know I'm getting close to VIP 17, Wisconsin?
Where are you at? How far?
I am almost 160,000 away. That's it.
So you're there.
I'm there. Probably this week or next week. I'll probably have it. VIP 17. How about them apples?
If I won the Powerball, I would be there this week.
I'm sure you would. You would. Hey, thanks, Mewtwo. It's kind of exciting. I can't wait.
Well, 12 million from VIP 17.
You're 12 million?
12 million from VIP 17.
There you are. You're good.
So I got a while.
Just start throwing diamonds. A few diamonds here and there, man.
I got a bit.
Get a few diamonds. You know what? You send like 2,500 diamonds a day. Now, so it sounds like a lot of diamonds for you, right? But if you realize how many advanced teleports you probably use in a week, it's not that many. You know what I mean? Like, cut down on your advanced teleport usage, and you'd have it in no time.
Well, the crazy part is that since I'm an engineer, I can get 3 over a week, and then if you get there with Server Wars, you get an extra one. So you're at 4 if you can't get your kills on top of everything.
Yeah.
You know, you're not using many. Unless you're trying to rack up kills or rack up points. You know.
Did this guy just give me a crown? I thought he said he gifted me a crown. I was like, what the fuck is he doing? I think that's what he just said.
That's what it looks like.
I thought so. Yeah. This guy gives me a crown. Thank you, Mewtwo. Appreciate you. I do appreciate it. Actually, what's funny is I think that's my first crown. I don't think I had a crown. So appreciate you, man. I'm not there yet. Early celebration. I'm not there yet, but I do anticipate this week or next week to be it. But appreciate you, Mewtwo. God, so awesome. Like, these guys it's so humbling. These guys just like constantly doing nice shit. I don't know how to take nice shit, and usually like trying to do nice shit for other people. I'm terrible at accepting nice stuff. Thank you though.
Why do you think I felt guilty and just accepted your invite on 10 minutes notice?
It's always good. You can come on whenever you want, Wisconsin. I love having you on, man. You're welcome anytime into the WWC arena. Hey, you were saying, by the way, engineer. I'm going to bring up something about engineer. So this server war, one thing I realized, right? So server war, I try to go down to like specific places like cannons. Like if I want to clean out a cannon and I want to get us close to a cannon, if somebody's around the area, I'll go in there and I'll start like zeroing bases around the area to try to clean it out, right? The problem is if their engineers are better than yours, then because think about it. The people that are engineer are oftentimes, free to play low spenders. They can't be necessarily next to the cannon in the mud. They're just going to get ported immediately. They're doing it from a little bit further away. It takes them a long time to get in there, right? Not to mention if you're doing it from your team, your engineers and might be across the map. So it's hard for them to get to clear before the other team does. So you have these bases that are zeroing out, and I can't do anything. And it's almost like I'm wasting my efforts because I'm zeroing out a base. It's there's the ruins. I zero out another one, and then there's 5 around me, and none of them turn into our team. They just go back to the other server. The other server ports back in, starts back up, and you just wasted, 10 minutes trying to zero everybody else. So what I'm doing, I'm changing this whole model, right? This week, I'm going back to engineer. I'm going to try to do both. I'm going to try to clean out the base and then clear the ruins myself. Because I just think it would save us a whole lot of time if, as a stronger player, you were also able to clear the ruins. It just, I don't know. It just makes sense to me. Like, you may say, like, well, then you're wasting your time clearing ruins. But when you think about it, the amount of time that you waste clearing out the people, it's way less if you could clear out the people and then clear the ruins. I'd rather do that than have to clear them out again. To hit them 10 times, it's less times to hit the ruins. I just have to beat the engineer. I'm likely to beat the engineer if I'm right next to the spot, though. I could probably beat it, especially since everybody around me is probably war leader. So I'm trying to flip the script on this thing and actually try it to be like, okay, I'm going to be stronger player. I'm going to be the first VIP 17 in the game, Wisconsin. That's an engineer. that's what I think my goal is. I'm going to be that same week. I'm going to turn VIP 17. I'm going to go to engineer. That's going to be the role.
The thing is that I don't disagree. I agree and don't disagree at the same time, because you're that strong.
Yeah.
That war leader helps you in terms of power to clear bases, especially against equal or potentially stronger VIP 17s that don't have the same main squad as you, right?
Yep.
The kicker is that at engineer, especially what you brought up with free to play, you got the speed up. So one of the things you and I have talked about a lot, the speed ups. You always need speed ups. Engineers, their skills, they can get speed ups all the time, so they can level up their bases, they can level up everything. I have never been a war leader since I started this game. Because you get drone parts. My drone is sub 200 right now.
Yep.
I'm gonna get 200 this week, but that's just because of having the engineer skill of getting drum parts every day. There's the give and take of it that people got away. And what I think with it is, for you have 3 strong squads. You can send your your 3rd and 4th to go ahead and clear runes while you're watching your base or watching for other people coming around you that are going to teleport in, right? Like there's that give and take.
Agreed.
Myself, I got to keep my man at home to clear runes with 2, 3, 4.
Right.
But then I get, if I was facing you or if I was facing Pun, on the other side, right? I'm getting my ass kicked,
Right, but here, let me show you on the screen like what I'm talking about. So this is like the server war. Like here's the server war.
Let me pull it up.
Here's the server war from Saturday, right? So if you look at what even happened here, and I don't know, I had put the chat over here, but I just realized like maybe I should relocate this chat like while I'm fighting, because it kind of takes up the fighting scene. I don't know. I need more feedback on that from folks, but you can see over here, like I am around here. So I think like it was me and Vulture. So cleared out around this area. You can see there's ruins here. There's one here. There's one here. There's one here. These were taken by us right here. 118, 118. This one is not. This one is not. There's one over here. I think somewhere over here. There was another one. There's one here that they took. And now I'm in the middle of porting this one, so this one's free. And then look over here. There's another one over here, right? So my point is, if I can then, after porting somebody, take out my fourth and send it over, have my fourth over here, like in one of the squares, like here, waiting, and then I can clear out this thing. It's just strategically better. It's just easier to clear out these things as a war leader. Like you're gonna lose power when you switch to war leader. That's the thing, Wisconsin. So yes, you're right. Engineer gives a shit ton of stuff. I always say, like, people are better off being engineer with all the free stuff you get outside of the season anyway. But there's definitely a chunk of hit you take from not being war leader. Based on the bump you get for, morale, the difference you're getting from the defense, your the 5% that you get from defense. There's a few other things that you get in here that I'm getting from war leader. Let me pull over and look what I'm getting.
And I agree with
fever.
you 100%. But factor in that it's just you versus you have 4 bases around you,
right,
that also are thinking the same thing.
Thinking what? What do they think? What do you mean? What are they thinking?
If 1 or 2 of them are also engineers,
yeah,
and they're also sending 3 squads, they're going to clear it out before your 4th squad, or you're going to get the second to last hit, and they're going to get the rune and the spot. You know what I mean?
But they're not. But the problem is, like, all of these folks that were around here aren't engineers. So the engineers are coming from far away. Like, they're hitting these squares and coming from 3 minutes out, 4 minutes out. Like, these squares stayed empty while I was playing. Like, this square right here, this will stay empty for a while.
Okay.
Like, for example, so think about it from this perspective. Like, right now in the picture, there's so many empty squares, right? Like, these didn't just pop up. Like, we did this for a while. They've been sitting here. Somebody has to come in and actually take them over and be able to hit them before you can clear them. So if it's right next to me and I'm clearing somebody out, my engineers can get over there and get it. One of the things on the Discord call is the problem is people were saying, hey, it's going to take me a while to get over there, right? So that's one of the problems is their travel time is so long to get over here. The other server beats them to the spot. So may not be able to do it always. Like, you may not be able to get there or beat the other team to it always. But they have to try to do a bunch of them. When the point is, it's so important to clear these spots when the whole point of doing this is to clear out the cannon so you can get multiple members of your team in here, right? That's why you're trying to clean the spots out. So if you can't,
I agree with you on that, because if you remember when you, Clam, and I talked, one of the things that we said was your strategy at the last battle, where you had everybody, Vanny and McSorley, everybody sending 3 or 4 to clear runes,
right?
And you guys had everything cleared,
right?
That hit, because that made the difference of how much travel time there was.
Right. Agreed.
That makes the difference in the battle.
Right.
And so in essence, the engineers, like, even myself, like, I'm a strong engineer. I won't, like, shade myself on it, but I'm still clearing with my 2nd, 3rd, 4th squad if I can find one. And that can help change a cap war, that can help change a cannon, that can help change whatever it is. Unless you're going up against, people that are so far outside your power range.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I totally agree. Like I think that you need to be able to move up and actually fight and do what my my targeted ad. What about this female?
Yeah, I just got a targeted ad from you.
What this? This Honey AI?
Uh,
I use
I don't know what your search history is, but
it's not
I
Honey.
just got some targeted ad.
There'll be plenty. There'll be plenty of this in the search. It won't be AI though. I mean, I do AI on the regular, like normally AI, but it's certainly not any kind of porn AI. That's not my. I'll be more. It's a different show, but I'll be more than happy to go over with you search histories, or what to.
We can talk about it. We can talk about it offline.
That's a whole different show though. No, but my point is like to get people to move up, like to get them to actually move up on the during the war, is to you have to clear the spots. The engineer has to clear the spots, so you can be 4 rows back. Then you clear the spot, and then you move up. And then they need to clear the spot. So if you don't have an engineer to help a strong move, a strong is if your engineers are more active than the other server's engineers, you have a big advantage. You can have people clearing out spots and somebody who's strong all day. But if somebody's willing to get ported rather than make them move and them advance teleport out, totally different. It's a different war. Completely different war. Because those ruins need to be cleared. The strong person is counting on the fact that they're hitting somebody and they're not willing to be ported. They're counting on the fact that that person is going to advance teleport out. Then they leave a spot open, and then the big can move up to the next line. Then they do the same. They hit somebody in the front. They're counting on you to advance teleport out, and then they move up. That's how they move up within seconds. Seconds. If people are willing to get ported, the bigs take forever to move up, which is big. Because if you're big and you're trapped behind a cannon and you're like in the 4th row, it sucks. All you want to do is move up next to the cannon. Because you want to be able to hit that cannon with your number 1. And I can tell you as a big, oftentimes, even people that are stronger, one of the things that's in their head is they can't afford to take their number 1 out of their base. They have to protect. Because your server has strong people they're fighting against. And they know if they take their 1 out to go hit the cannon from that far, somebody's going to come in and port them. You can come in and port them. Now, as you get stronger and you have a strong number 2 and a number 3 that can hold your base, you can hold your base against higher and higher THP. But the majority of people, even strong people that have strong squads roaming around, like Wisconsin, who may be roaming around with a 70, if Wisconsin's hitting a cannon, he wants to be as close as possible to that cannon to hit it. He doesn't want to hit from far away. He hits from far away, he knows he's getting ported. Because his base can't hold.
Oh, yeah.
So he wants to be closer.
My base, anything 65 plus, if you're hitting air, tank, I'm not holding second, third, and fourth.
Yeah.
That's not gonna happen.
Right, exactly.
I gotta keep first home.
Yep.
And yeah, I'll send second, third, fourth if I know that they're empty, because they're also long range bombing.
Right. You're spy planing, you're checking who's empty, you're checking who you can hit, and being smart about attacking.
And spy planes, like for as much as they cost, like the radar and the spy plane itself, it's all cumulative, and it actually helps to get like a 3 or 4 second head start. Just like it is with the front tiles, getting just a little bit more, even though it costs oil and it costs a lot of iron, it costs a lot of food, it helps to get that little bit, because someone dies on your base, you're going to get there before their first is back.
Yes. Agreed. And Miyoto, you're full of shit. So you can say you're getting to that cannon at all costs, but you are not getting to that cannon unless your engineers are clear on the spot. If the other team is smart enough and you don't have engineers, you're not freaking moving. They can put farm bases in front of you all day to keep you in the fourth row. If they strategically said, we're not letting Mewtwo to this cannon, and they had a bunch of farmers that were just like, hey, listen, I'm gonna just come in and I'm just gonna land my base down, and that's all. Like, he can port me a million times, I don't care. And you just had 12 bases in front of that cannon, and nobody was there to clear those ruins. You're not moving, bro. You're not moving. That's how the game's played. You can't move. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do about it. Because I guarantee the way that you're saying I'm getting that cannon at all costs is because you're hitting stronger people. They're leaving, and then you're porting right into that spot. And once they get you into that spot, they don't realize it, but they're screwed. Because they'll never be able to move you for the rest of the war. They can't move you out of that spot. And guys, I'm telling you right now, strategically, it's very difficult because you have to have a server that gets on board with the game plan. But you need to have people you have to have a bunch of people that are 40 million squads, 45 million squads, 50 million squads that play the role in the war to just get ported. To just honestly be willing to say, okay, my drill grounds, I'm just going to keep porting in, and he's just going to be porting me forever. And if you have 40 people that are willing to do that, Mewtwo is going to be frustrated as hell in your war. But if you start that war and you just let him in the first minutes get that spot in front of the cannon, you're already starting behind the 8-ball because you cannot move him out of that spot. No matter who he is, VIP 18s, all this stuff, a lot of them don't want to move around and shuffle. They want to get on the left side and they want to get on the right side. Or if they got 4 of them, they want to get at the line and they want to get north, south, east, west. Because it's a waste of time to have to move up. Once you're in the back porting around, it sucks to have to sit there and go through all the nonsense to move up. So oftentimes they're trying to switch with a teammate. They got to time it right. They say, okay, but they got to be on Discord. They have to be on communication and voice too in order to do that stuff. Otherwise, they're just like hitting bases, hitting empty bases, and not moving. It's very frustrating because engineers play such a role to go over and clear that spot. Now, if you have a bunch of engineers that are working with a specific person that's strong, now you're talking. Now you're coordinating. Because now, like, I'm hitting somebody, my engineer goes over, gets a spot, boom, I move up a spot. My engineer goes over, boom, I move up a spot. So even if you have that strategy of like, yeah, well, go ahead and port me and waste your time, doesn't matter. My engineer's moving me up. Your engineer is moving up Mewtwo. It doesn't matter. And then you're screwed because, again, you get to that one spot and now you're going to need a VIP 18 or somebody that's incredibly strong to get him out of there. You need somebody with incredible power. And a lot of times, the VIP 18s they got a million jobs to do. They're already trying to hit a million people here, there, whatever. By the way, they're trying to enforce a cannon. By the way, they're trying to get to the capital. Like there's a million that you can't do everything at once. That's why when you have multiple, it creates a problem. Different strategies, different strokes for different folks, depending on what their strategy is going in. But at some point, you're going to look at the chessboard, and you're going to realize somebody like Mewtwo's been camped in front of that cannon, and he owns that cannon, by the way. You don't have anybody that can move him. He owns, that's why he's showing you times 68. He's showing you the freaking screenshot of times 65, because you can't do shit about it. You let him in there. But if your strategy is, hey, we're going to populate we're going to go in there early, like 30 minutes before, and we're going to get the spots. You have to be willing to lose a lot, you have to have a lot of people that are willing to be empty drill grounds early on and just be engineers that are going to sit there and get ported out for a while. But if you start that war with position, when you start moving slow, oh my God, you're going to cost them 20 minutes of that war just trying to get organized. It's so much time to get... Everybody has a game plan going in. But when they're the attacker, their game plan is they're going to pour it in at some point, and they have strategically they want to be in a certain place. Everybody does. They all have a game plan. But as soon as you take that spots before them, their game plan is, okay, let's go. It's time to fight. Okay, that's all fun and games. You're like, yeah, we're going to go fight. Ha, ha, ha. Now we're going to clear you out. True, they are. They're going to port you. You're going to have people that are willing to. But if you drag that shit out and you keep doing it and your engineers keep clearing the spots early on and you keep porting back in there and all of a sudden the clock runs out on the attacker to come in there, guess what? It is going to take them a lot longer to gain position. A lot longer. They're not going to be able to dictate where they want to go. You just have to have people have to sacrifice. Everybody plays a role in there. And that's why I don't understand sometimes, like, you're trying to lower the score on servers and you're burning all the engineers out of there and you're, you got to get the hell out of here and blah, blah, blah. Engineers play a role. They play a role. They're incredibly important for your server. If you respect them instead of disrespecting them and just porting them all out and use them properly to go in there, then people will be more on board to actually fight. Get them a game plan. Make them understand what they have to do, what you're trying to do. And then you got an enormous, strong server that knows how to fight. But people that are just, they don't have a clue, and then people get angry because they don't have a clue. You're like, oh, you don't participate, you don't fight. Did you try to even tell them what their role was? Because they might just think their role is to say shield it on the side and throw a couple squads here and there because they don't know what to do. They don't know what you want them to do. You didn't communicate it to them. But it's hell on earth to try to, when a server is able to get that position before you, hell on earth to try to get position. Server wars are time. It all comes down to percentages. And if you're giving a 20% advantage to them because you've taken all this time, how can you have your strong people focus on a capital when they can't even get in position? You got Mewtwo. If you're sitting there with Mewtwo, who's sitting there trying to move up at the cannon, think about if you did what I said, where your engineers have to clear the base, or their engineers are better and they're blocking him from getting up. He can't worry about the cannon. He's not worried about the capital. Ask him. He's not worried about the capital. He's worried about getting his spot. He's worried about moving up and getting his spot. He's clearing bases in front of him over and over again. He just told you, through hell or high water, he's going to get to his spot. That's what he just told you. He's saying that because that's going to be his focus. You're thinking, oh, he's going to be in the fourth row and he's attacking the cannon. No. He's going to get his spot. So if you prevent him from getting that spot and you make him feel like that's his life, number one, he hates it. He's not happy. He's swearing at his engineers and his server for not getting him up, because you got to understand, like, that's how they're going to win. And you're incredibly strategic in keeping him back. You've just wasted time, his time. If you wasted 10 minutes of his time, you know how many kills that is? Of him not getting to the cannon and not getting to the capital? Just 10 minutes. Take 10 minutes away from YouTube and figure out how many kills that is you just saved, your server from the cannon and the capital. The percentages you saved. And now multiply that by the 3 Mewtwo's on the server that are trying to accomplish the same thing, maybe on multiple cannons. See that? That's all strategic right there. That's all going in. That's the fun that everybody loves of this game. That's really like what you get. That's the adrenaline you get of trying to win the wars and get around. It's not just smash it into bases and like just going in capital and winning a war. Not when it's equal power. It's that way when one server is stronger than the other. Sure. Just smash into the bases and just, get people out of there. They don't have enough participation to win. But when it's a participating server against a participating server and you both have good, strong strength, man, it is a chess match. Is your strategy stronger than them? I don't care if they're stronger than you. You can still win. And we've seen it a million times. We saw it on 71, right? Wisconsin? We lost to 80 for that reason.
I mean, we saw it exactly for that reason. It comes down to it's not just your top 10, it's your top 50.
Right.
It's your top 75.
Yeah.
You got to have people pushing in, moving bases, but also clearing the runes, clearing so that you can go ahead and get your top 10 where they need to be based on what you were planning out.
Yeah. Exactly.
whether it's hey, we're gonna, like, if it was Hulk on the north side and King on the south and Deer on the east or west, and they're gonna each take a cannon and then leave people at home, that's fine. But you need people around them to either reinforce or to clear runes and create a buffer zone.
Right. Exactly.
That's the biggest thing, is because if you don't have that buffer, it's going to be another 20 seconds, 30 seconds around.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, 100%. 100%.
And it becomes even more so, like, when you add in alliance tech with, like, if I was going to rally you, my alliance tech, if it doesn't have the rally speed on there, and I also don't have my front tiles to 35, I'm not getting to you anywhere quicker. All of that plays into it.
Yeah, 100%.
But a lot of people don't factor all those things in.
No, but a lot of people don't know. Like, it's not their fault. They weren't educated on the game to begin. Like, again, it's pay to play. You know, there's like this concrete foundation that you could say. You could be like, oh, it's pay to play. Everybody pays to get strong and everybody pays to win. Game sucks. Blah blah. Okay, so you get that, but then get below that surface. You get below that surface of, yes, it is pay to play. Yes, people are paying to get stronger. Yes, all of that is true. But there is a strategic point of battles like server wars, which is why everybody loves them so much. It's also why people didn't like Season 5 so much. Because people didn't like Season 5 because there wasn't a strategy. It was, hey, I'm going to get together with 5 other friends, overpopulate the other person so they can't win, and then we're going to do it that way because strategically we don't want to get involved with risking rewards. We'd rather guarantee our rewards, which is what was played. So you removed the opportunity to play a season and be strategic, was completely removed. You can look at that as a strategy as well. But I mean, it's a boring ass strategy. To some. Some are just like, hey, I'd rather guarantee my rewards. Cool. But others are like, hey, let's fight. Let's see. On here, I see right here, you're saying like 67 beat 52. That's the fun of the game. Or are you saying what? They're way strong. 67 was way strong. 52 beat 67. So 67, that's the fun of the game. That's the fun of the game, is somebody like 52 is stronger and beats 67. That's fun. That's strategy. That's able to win, you know, everybody getting together and win as a server. That's friggin' fun, man. You could have VIP 18s, and, you know, if that's why the matchups are so important. That's why they did not get 6-7. Yep, again, you got it. 100%.
Hey,
compliance
6-7 reference. There we go.
Compliance got to get on board with that. Yeah, like, I mean, that's why we've been screaming for a long time that matchups are incredibly important. By the flip side, by the way, I don't want to play a server that's weaker and then you run all over them either. But I also don't. I don't want to get involved with this whole transfer nonsense, but I also don't want to take away the weaker server. I don't want to take them away because I don't think necessarily. I think they like being a weaker server. Some people don't want what I just talked about with you about strategizing and taking this game serious and wanting to fight and organize around this shit and get on comms on Discord and figure out how to strategically win a battle. And people are planning this shit, telling you your precise location on where your base are going to be, what everybody else is going to be. That's not every server. That's not every player. So some players want to camp on a freaking server and not have somebody dictate to them and be like, bro, it's not that serious. Like, chill out, man. I'm going to show up and I got some boxes that I'm about to open. Chill out. Leave me alone. Some servers are okay to like that. Back when we had Season 1 and Season 2, they didn't allow those servers to exist because you were stuck on whatever server you were. Then they came out with migration. You don't like where you are? You can move around. They put the tickets for free in the Alliance store. They say, hey, you go wherever the hell you want for free. You don't have to pay for it. Find a server you want to be on and go there.
It's one of those crazy things. Like, I still talk to a couple of folks from my original server that are still on my original server. They're all free to play.
Yep.
And like maybe let's just say like the Lucius weapon, or like very minorly spending.
Yep.
But they're not pay to play in the aspect of pay to play.
They're free to play or low spenders. Whatever, like 50, less than $50 a month.
And I would say low spend in terms of less than $100, even at that.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like 50, but under $50 a month, like under or $50 as a whole. You know what I mean?
I'm even saying $100 in whole in 700 days.
Yeah, and I was saying that too. Is like people will give people shit like, oh, if you get the extra builder, now they're not free to play. Like an extra builder, you know what I mean? I'm gonna get Kim. I bought Kim for $1.99, so they're not free to play. Like, give me a break. Like that, it's just comical.
I mean, I did that. I definitely grinded a couple people with that where they said I'm free to play, and I was like, I logged into your account and you got 3 builders. Where that come from?
Yeah, they bought the app for $4.99, so they're not free to play. I mean, give me a break. It's just ridiculous.
It was just one of those ones where
that's why
I mean, you know me.
Put them in the same category so people don't argue about it, and it's easier to just say free to play / low spender. So that way it covers the poor people that want to get a board, like get an extra builder, and they think that they're out. Like, it's just ridiculous.
And honestly, the killer for me is that I have 4 builders. I've run out of things that I can build.
There's always things you can build.
Do you want your material workshops at level 30?
But wait a minute, that's something you can build. I did that. When I was trying to drop the purple to get to 71, that's the type of shit I was building. Gear factory past 20, like I was building all that stupid shit.
My lowest building right now is at 28, and I'm like, what do I actually need? Because you know me, I'm a vaults guy.
Oh, I know.
All my vaults are at 30.
I know you're a vault guy. Don't tell Arrow. Don't tell compliance that. You don't want to hear.
By the way, people, if you're listening, if you got vaults at 30, you got 440 million of iron and.
I tell compliance this. You don't want to hear it. He makes fun of it. I tell him the same thing. I tell you that when I go in and my gold is protected. If I want to hang on, like right now, I'm sitting up here with 2.7 G's. You're just like, make sure you spend it all before kill event in the war. I don't worry about like what I'm gonna build prior to a war.
You don't need to worry about that.
But I protect it. It's protected. You gotta raise the vaults.
Us plebeians need to worry about it.
Raise your vaults. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, raise your vaults.
But compliance is like, I just strategically spend it all before, so then you don't have to worry about it.
The caveat to it is that from 30 to 31 is not actually worth it.
What's the difference between 30 and 31?
It's only 15 million versus 29 to 30 is about 30 million for gold.
Well, then you also got the tech. Did you do you have the tech to increase your gold in defense? I think it's in defense fortifications. Yeah. Did you do that? The 25% bump. Yeah, it's 25% bump.
Do I have the tech? Of course I do. Huh.
Well, see, that's what I'm talking about. Compliance all upset about that tech.
I mean, I have the tech, but my teammates do not, potentially. And that's the problem. And it's to protect not just myself, but also everybody else.
Got to protect the resources. I like protecting the resources. But you don't have anything to see. I'm so far behind on buildings because of that purple. Like when I dropped the purple, I did.
When you drop, you saved for how long? You saved for.
It was over 3 months. It was over 3 months. I didn't build anything of purpose for like 3. I'm like 3.5 months behind everybody else as far as buildings go.
So I had 5 of our transfer group save for 4 weeks, where I told them specifically do about the bare minimum besides tech day. I was like, anything else, do not use.
Oh yeah, you can easily do it. You can easily do it.
Tech day, go wild. Anything else, and I was like, don't try not to use your resource chest. Do not use this. Do not use that. You know, and I was the lowest purple on our transfer group, and I saved for 4 weeks. I ended up transferring to 184 with 3,500 drum parts. Like, I mean, a stupid amounts of everything. Like,
yeah,
17 billion, 18 billion of gold just in chests, not even optional. Like, it was unreal.
yeah.
And I was like, I've never felt so rich in my life. But sometimes that's what it takes to go ahead and get to the server that you want to get to. Because if we had multiple people using everything, we wouldn't have had the purple spots to get where we wanted to go.
Right. Exactly.
So it also takes some foresight in that regard.
Speaking of free to play. I'm gonna up the free to play right now, so I can do this real quick. I didn't get your question, by the way. Yeah, no, me too. I'm sorry to blow up your spot. By the way, in talking about where to move and stuff. Sorry, that's my bad. I should have let poor Mewtwo do what he does best. Probably made it more difficult for him now. Telling everybody this nonsense. But all right, so I just want to look at the plan. Do you get the Hero Growth Battle Pass there, Wisconsin?
I do, depending on what week it is.
Why? What do you mean? Explain.
For example, or I can get in my base. I have all my ore refineries at 34 or 35.
No, there's no ore for this one.
No, I'm just saying, like, that one I skip. Or
yeah. Fair enough. Yeah, I agree. That's nonsense.
Though, like, some of the ones that
exclusive weapons,
exclusive weapons, drones. Yes.
Yeah, so this week is exclusive weapon. Are you buying the exclusive weapon Hero Pass?
So I'm out of tech besides what uses Valor, so I bought the daily pass to go ahead and start it. When the tech research comes out, I'll buy that to go ahead and get my tech research.
No, but
on the
hold
on Arms Race.
But this week is Hero Growth Battle Pass. It's got 20 exclusive for $5. Are you buying that?
Correct. Yes, I will buy it.
Okay. Are you buying it for $20?
I'll buy it for $20.
You'll get the 55 all tiers after purchase. So you'll get the additional 35. You'll get 55 exclusives total for $25.
Correct.
Okay.
That's my theory to it. But I also messed up in my original exclusive weapons with how I was doing it. So I'm playing catch up.
Yeah. Gotcha. But it's a great deal. It's a great Punisher. You're awesome, brother. Thank you so much. Your boy hooking us up over here.
Nah.
He's giving us
pun's a pain in the ass. Don't do that.
What do you mean? What are you talking about? What's the matter with Pun?
He's messaging me on the side.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Why? He's a good dude.
He's a pain in my ass.
He's a lifesaver because he between hooking you guys up to get you out of 190 and give you to 184. Look at
that. As he and I talked about it only took about 1,000 DMs between him, me, Daz, Ron, and the 71 folks. So it was a couple of nights at 2 or 3 in the morning my time that I was getting Discord messages and calls. That it was great. It was lovely.
Well, I appreciate you, Pun. Appreciate it out here. I will say the Hero Growth Battle Pass, I think for mid spenders, it's good stuff. It's like 55 exclusive webs. Considering it gets to the point most people trying to get to 30 when you're mid spender, and it's a forever journey because you got that 1,000. Even you get to 25, it's like you're halfway home. Like you still got 1,000. It's ridiculous. So for the most part, mid spender, low spender, you guys can find them for free in your trucks and your sleds, and you just have to slow roll it. I would say no with the exclusives, paying for exclusives, because you're limited in what you can spend. Period. But for mid spenders, no doubt, I like the battle pass deal.
I would say I would agree, and recognizing where the organization of where you're supposed to spend them is the biggest part.
Amen. Like, such an important. I totally agree.
I had a night at the bar where I messed up and I put Tesla up to 23, and I shouldn't have on my missile. And next thing you know, it's like, all right, I'm already committed. So need to get Tesla up to 30 or 25.
Right. Because you don't want the poker hand.
It was one of those ones where it's like, okay, I messed up, but I got to commit to it.
Yeah.
And at that point, then it becomes, all right, the next actual valuable, like Tesla's not the most valuable missile to put at 30 first, right? Like we can both agree on that. And so then it was like, well, all right, make up for my mistake, And so that's where I'm at. That's where I'm playing catch up, because this week I'll get Tesla to 30, but then I actually need to get my actual missile heroes that are useful up. And so that's where this battle pass for this week actually comes into play and actually helps out.
Yeah. Well, so what do you when you're saying you're spending, are you doing do you do the weekly passes at all?
I did up until I did for this week, but I'm gonna stop next week. So next Sunday I'm gonna stop. I have T11s unlocked, and I will have enough to get the first battle helmet, or what is it? I'll have that unlocked.
Yep.
I have it at 96% right now.
Okay.
I'll get it unlocked, and then I'll stop.
Well, let me tell you. So you're a mid spender. So let me tell you, Wisconsin, don't stop. Okay. However you're gonna budget yourself, the one thing, don't stop those cores. Keep doing the weekly pass for cores. I'm telling you.
No,
don't stop.
No, are you saying the entire $20? So
no. Just the five.
Let's clarify for everybody. The $5 or the $20?
$5. Just the cores.
I want to clarify for me, but also for everybody.
No,
right?
Get the 20, not to take 20. So first of all, I like the cores, the components, and the drone parts. Those are the 3 that I personally do, which is great. I don't need experience. I don't need coins. I don't need any of this nonsense. But for me, I think like this core deal that you're getting right here, the 84 for $5, 100%. Dial that in. Leave it as part of your daily. If you're going to do anything, Make sure you're kicking out. Now, if I say within your budget, whatever's within your budget, depending on mid-spender, the drone one that you're stocking up, like you could stock up like 400 parts a month for $20. You kind of like forget like those drone parts after a while. What's your drone at? What level is your drone at?
199 and 3 out of 5.
Oh shit, you're gonna go 200. That's a good bump. 200.
Yeah, I'll go 200.
Yeah.
200.
Okay.
As soon as stamina race hits.
So think about this. I'm 230 for my drone, and I have been at 200 probably around season 3. So I don't push drone. Like I don't really buy drone parts for the most part. You saw we got 100 in the Valentine's thing here. You get 100 for bonuses here and there. I don't usually purchase anything. Even in the Bounty Hunter event where you can do bulk drone parts, I've given up on. I don't do that anymore. I pushed that out. I don't care. I just don't care about drone parts when I can focus on skill chips. And so T11s though, back to the central part of the conversation, 100% pushing the core. Yeah, do that. Put that in your mid spender and don't get that out of it. Just keep collecting the 84 every week and keep stacking. Don't stop.
And I am a mid spender. Like,
I know you.
That's my range. Yeah. And yes.
Like, I'll give you an example. I would rather have you like stock up on these, the $5 the cores, than buy any exclusive weapon. Because the exclusive weapons are going to come fast enough as they go. These cores don't come fast enough, even for like where you can collect them for free around and stuff. You just can't get them. You can't get them at the rate you need to push past that second level. And you're talking, it's you're going to get like 1.5, 2 million bump on that T11 as you push through it. That it's so worth the power bump that you get from keep moving the T11s that you'll eventually be able to move up. You'll be able to move when you think about it. If you don't focus on getting the cores and you only focus on getting the exclusive weapons, you'll only be able to move your exclusive weapons through that second row of T11. If you go and focus on the cores and collect your exclusives through everywhere else the game gives you them, you'll move them in parallel. So eventually you'll get to level 30 at exclusive, but then you'll also be pushing your T11. So in the end, you'll be where you want to be.
Well, and not just in parallel, but you actually work them higher because you have your gorilla, you have your T11s, and your second and third squad benefit off of your T11s.
You're right. Yes.
So it's a double or triple, bonus, if you will.
Yeah. Yeah. It's actually I like moving. Like originally what I moved is pretty much everything that on my base outside of Gorilla and T11s. It just, to me, wasn't value in the Gorilla other than just pushing that bond rating. Everything else, like watching the Gorilla as I was building it and pushing stuff up, like skills stuff, you don't see it. You don't see the difference making in the fight except the bond rating. You can actually see the difference making the stronger that bond rating goes. It's crazy difference.
And the bond rating is a big part. Like let's not put that into review, but when it comes down to it, if I'm gonna look at my bond rating right now, I would go from.
Where are you? Where is your bond rating?
I'm at bonded partner 8 to bonded partner 9. That's where I would go.
Okay, so you're almost perfect sync.
But that's not when you look at it from, all right, if I wanted to buy something.
Right, your priority. Yep.
What, $50 for 10?
No, it's a shit deal. Yeah, you never wanted the weekly. Talk about it from Bounty Hunter 50. The Bounty Hunter one is the only way to really get it.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
You took the words out of my mouth. That's where it's at.
Yeah,
is that
you don't mess with that.
Do I spend $50 for something that I can get for $25?
No. Play the long game. Play the long game. I mean, sure, like whales are shortcutting it and going through and they're getting a $10 weekly because it does give 40 extra whatever, but These are so large. It takes so many in this area down like Team Anchor, the Elite Ace, and Ultimate Overlord. If you're getting the 50, you'll get caught up. Like it's just a matter of time as you push. It's a matter of, to me, you start to really see the difference on perfect sync. Like when you can push through, you'll see a difference if you're fighting somebody, if you're bonded partner and they're reliable partner, right? But where you start to separate from free to play and low spend, mid spend people, you can start to separate as you get into perfect sync. Now you're going to start fighting people that are loyal friend and you're perfect sync. And so like right now when I'm fighting, I move to strategic pillar, I'm seeing a lot of people at bonded partner because they haven't moved to perfect sync yourself. Like you're saying, you're bonded partner, right?
Moved.
Huge difference between strategic pillar and bonded partner now. You could see it in the fighting battles. And the same thing with Heartbond. The ones that move to Heartbond that are fighting people in perfect sync, they're seeing it in the battle reports. It's a huge difference.
Well, and correct me if I'm wrong on this, and I might be. So on your gorilla, you want to go with your Heartbond.
Yes.
So on the right side of your screen.
Okay.
Then your left side, and then the middle, right?
Hold on. What are you talking about?
So you got your heart.
Which are you talking about?
Your
skills?
Survival train. Yeah, on training. No.
Oh, the special training. Gotcha. Yeah.
Yes, on training.
Yep.
You want to go right side, left side, middle.
Correct. So it's also important. Okay. It's also important to know it's a reason why you're doing it. So you're not really focused on your gorilla, and that's where I think people get confused because they always say like it's a defensive gorilla. You're only worried about your defense on the gorilla, right? But these specialized training is actually what you're pushing. You're pushing your team, not your gorilla. So 100% when you're pushing your team, you're gonna do hit points, and then you do attack, and then you do defense. That would be what that would be like as you push them forward. You recommend.
That's what I just wanted to clear out because people are my alliance DMs. People have asked, and I've said right, left, center.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, with mine, when I push mine, I bulk mine. So I'm building completely different. Anybody else? Like I'm gonna bulk mine. So now I have Bounty Hunter. I'm gonna buy a bunch of these from Bounty Hunter, right? And now I'll bulk my attack up at the same time. I'll probably get around I'll probably be around 499 health. I'll probably be 489, 489. I move them in unison, and mine are all equal because I'm gonna get to 500 for all three of them, and then I'll probably camp out at 500. I'm not gonna move past 500. For the most part, because my bond rating, my bond rating doesn't really require me to push past that. Like I have, what is this here? I think, what does this have to be? 450 for heart bond. So right now, 500. If I get 499 for all three of them, I'll have enough to get the team anchor. That's enough for me. I'm not spending any more money on pushing special training. It's not going to happen.
Yep, I'm
done.
That makes sense.
And I'll wait, and then once I get the heart bond and I move heart bond maybe like halfway through, maybe then I'll start going back to specialized training. But I'd rather put the money in my chips and my T11s than my specialized training. So it's strategic build. Like I'm not just buying everything at once. I buy it in bulk to push through all at once. So my specialized training, I'll push through everything to 499, and then I stop. And then I'll just sit there for a long time.
And that makes perfect sense because it's the same thing. Like one of your other videos was about drone boost. How much does it take to get to that level? You know, when you're at
what drone boost?
It's stupidly high. So why would you go ahead and
combat
spend
boost
to that?
Got you. Combat boost.
Combat boost. Sorry.
Okay. Oh, an amazing. It's an incredible. It's an incredible money suck. It's an incredible money suck.
Because I just hit 600 and I hit 602 the other day.
Yep.
last week.
Yep.
And I'm like, this is insane.
Yeah. But here's the problem. Here's what's funny. You're 602. You look at me, I'm 657, and you're 602, right? To get from 602 to 657 is so long. It's going to take you so long to get to 657. Like, it's crazy.
And
it's crazy.
But that's what I mean with it is it's doing smart spending versus dumb spending.
Yeah.
You know?
Agreed. And if I could move the needle on this and I actually could push my money towards like specific things to move combat boost, it would have been worth it. Like if I could move and get this to 750, it would have been one thing. But the problem is the amount of money to get to 750 is ridiculous. It's not worth it. It's crazy. I bought out the deal daily and I could move it like 4 levels. It's just you're spending hundreds of dollars to move 4 levels. It's like I'll just work on skill chips and get all my skill chips and worry about the boost last. I'm not moving boost. It's not gonna happen.
Your skill chips will help longer term than the skill boost will in that time frame.
Agreed. Well, the thing is, once you have all your skill chips where you want them, and then you get the boost, you get the chip skill boost for +5. It's going to make a ginormous difference across all the chips that I have boosted. But I'm just so focused on my chips. Like I just want to get 10, 10, and 10. That's going to be the focus for my chips. So I'm not worried about boost. I'm not worried about specialized training and gorilla. My first priority of business is chips. Just making sure my chips are where I need them for all 3 of my teams. I'm getting there. 8 stars on air and almost 8 stars on tank. Almost.
Okay, well, let's not show off too much.
Dude, it's been a long journey. It's been like just pounding the ground on those skill chips for like a year and a half. It's crazy.
Do you got Loki gear at gold or no?
Oh, because Loki gear. Yeah,
then,
I have my gear at gold.
Yeah. If you don't have Loki gear at gold, then we're not even in the same conversation. I
don't need to though.
I
don't have anything else to do with my gear factory, so I built it. Like it doesn't matter. It's just I have nothing else to do with the gear factory. So I put it up.
I got my gear factory at 28 just for building day, just sitting waiting to pop, man. People over here are roasting me on 184 of why are you building this? And I'm like, I got none else to build.
Yeah.
Like, why do I need a builder hut at 35 or a tavern at 33? I don't. You people that are listening, if you're still listening to this, you don't need those.
You're still listening to this.
Except for the fact that you run out of things to build. I'm just saying that.
I'm running out of things to build. I was 3.5 months behind and I'm running out of things to build. I'm gonna get my barracks and my hospital up, and I'm gonna push my my builder hut to 35. My builder hut will be 35. My alliance hub will be 35. My hospitals will be 35.
You don't even have your alliance hut at 35.
No, I did wall. I did my wall first. Then I did my centers as 35. Then I did my drill grounds to 35. Then I did my I'm in the middle of finishing my barracks strategy because I have 35. I'm trying to get this to 34. And then I got this one to 29 and this one to 26. So I have level 11, 10, 9, and 8 right here. So I have the barracks factory going on for Versus Day. So I'll keep this.
Yep.
So I'm finishing this one. And now I'm trying to get the hospitals to 35. And then I'll structurally push my hub to 35. And then after that, really, I don't care.
Now,
those are my last ones that I really care about.
So let's extrapolate that out for low and medium spenders, right?
Okay.
And people that might not hit zombies as much as you and I might.
Okay.
Gold zombies.
Yes.
What should their priority be?
For building up?
Yep. For building up
wall.
and also looking at like for example me, I I get about 1 to 1.5 billion of gold.
Yeah.
Every zombie event, gold zombie event.
Yeah. Right.
So but I'm online and I do it and I purposely make it like that.
Yeah. Okay.
For other folks, what would you say is the big things?
So first of all, if you're like free to play, if you're saying like free to play, low spend, I wouldn't worry about my drill grounds, because odds are your drill grounds are going to get emptied. So it really doesn't matter if you're sitting there building 60 and you're 40. It doesn't really matter where you're at for drill grounds because you're going to lose all your troops anyway. So I wouldn't worry about drill grounds as priority. Your wall and your center is going to be incredibly important for your team one because you're going to get a big boost for your team. So I would move team one center of whatever that is, whether it's air, tank, missile. That should be just your high priorities to make sure that you're pushing that to 35 and get the bonuses from the centers. It depends on how low spend you are. If you're using a T2, then you want to make sure you're moving your T2 after your T1 in your center. Good. Odds are you don't give a shit about your T3. So I really wouldn't be concerned about it. Although I will make a comment and tell you that if you don't move your center, like let's say tank center was my third, and you don't move that, and you're not getting the bonus out of your hero, like your hero squads. One thing you have to consider is if you try to do some kind of strategy like 4v1 and you throw, hey, I see everybody using Murphy. I'm going to use Murphy. Well, if you don't work on tank for anything, then you're not going to get as much a bump for Murphy as everybody else is getting and saying that it's working. I kind of did a video about that to like help people out because I think people that are high spend, they do all three centers and they do a lot of work to their third team, even though they don't realize it, in the tech, the masteries, different aspects, chips, stuff. You're not going to get Murphy's bonus for different things as you move up. But anyway, I would move the centers up. Your hospitals are important because the more you can store for troops, the less you're building for your spending and resources on troops. The more you can recycle troops, the less you're going to spend on trying to create new troops. So, especially if you're free to play, like if you're trying to store away, like if people are going to port you and empty your drill grounds and you could stockpile them in your hospital, people can't touch them. So let them port you all day long. They can't touch them. Then you can decide how many you want to pull out of your hospital. So to me, your hospitals would be more important than your drill grounds when you're low spend trying to save resources.
So my question to that is, I have one hospital at 35. I have the other three at 30.
Yeah.
The next hospital level up from 30 to 31 is 1.1 roughly food in billion in food.
Yeah.
Now that hospital in itself only contains an extra 20 troops.
Right.
Versus the emergency center.
Yep.
Which is 600 million of food.
Yep.
And then you aspect it out to where if we're in a battle, you're hitting help, you're fighting people left, right, and center.
Mm-hmm.
But we're in the mud, so you're slow to run to anyone.
Mm-hmm.
You can heal my troops for 6 hours, get all the alliance helps, hit them 2 or 3 times, clear your hospitals. What would be your play?
So when you say 40, first of all, when you're saying an increase of 20 or increase of 40, you're also not factoring into the percentage bump that you're getting from engineer.
The survivors. Thank you.
But hold on, for hospital.
God damn, thank you.
Right.
Thank you for saying that.
Right. So, but you got to factor in the bumps that you're getting from your hospital. It's not just the 20 that you're getting that's multiplied. based on the percentage of increase of your hospitals. But also, you're the guy who's raising your mines in your base to 35.
Correct.
So do the same reasoning of the resources it cost you to raise your iron whatever to 35 when you're ever going to get that back. 2036.
But I've also been an engineer since day one,
Right.
so I get the double resource value every day, and potentially times 2.
Mm-hmm.
So today I got it times 2 with my survivors. Just on food and iron alone, it was 60 million, and then 42.5, roughly.
It's still a crazy amount of gold and iron, whatever it costs you to get to 35.
But it's 10 days at that. If you get it times 2, and the math doesn't work out, but let's just say
right, that's my point. The math's not going to work.
10 days times 2, it's 10 times. That's all it takes.
Yeah.
But when you extrapolate it out, even at engineer, it would be 40 days. So you and I have been playing 700 plus days.
Correct.
So for me at engineer, I've already paid myself back. That's where, you and I disagree on that one. And I get the reasoning on the whole.
I'm in,
but
I'm like, what am I for these things? Like 30 or something?
Oh, so you're
okay.
Oh my, you're gonna excite me right now. Come on.
So it's gonna cost 2.7 G to get this of iron to move the iron mine up. So how long is it going to take you to get 2.7 Gs from your resources?
Well,
like I'm at I'm at 35,000. What's your per hour? What's your per hour that you're getting right now?
My per hour?
Yeah.
Is 1.1 million of iron, 1.1 million of food, and 771K of gold.
You got oh, I'm sorry, I have 2.7. Thank you, free to play. 71 million. What is your output on iron? Your per hour?
Per hour, it's 1.1 million.
Holy shit! Save that image. Let me see that. Send that over.
Do you wanna?
It's 1.1 million per hour.
If I went into the actual details of each plot, it rounds down to 1.0, but it's 1.
Send me a screenshot. This screenshot that I'm showing right now, Iron Mine, that shows me my iron output per hour. You send me yours. That's you're telling me it's 1.1 million?
It's 1.0 million on the screenshot, but if I extrapolate it out, it's 1.1 million based on each tile. I sent it to your
absolute insane
individual. All of my every resource plot is.
Oh, hold on. Where are you getting these statistics?
Level 35.
Where is it showing you that? That's a different view than I'm doing here. Where's your where are you getting it? Is that from your building stats? Where are you getting the output statistics?
So if you go to the top and you click on your iron and then you click details, it shows how much you own.
Where?
Your output.
Here's my owned resource. Where's that detail screen that you're showing me? I don't show it on. I just clicked on my iron.
Click on your iron.
I just did. I'm showing it. There's no details on it.
And then click on details. And it shows food, iron, gold, oil.
Got you. Okay. Oh, so I mean I'm 872. I'm 861,000.
Yeah. So so based on survivors plus the tiles,
plus the upgrades.
and again the same thing with the upgrades.
That's crazy. So you're getting 1 million per hour for iron.
Yes.
Wow, that's impressive. That's impressive. That's got to be you. Then
Why do you think I put my name as John Deere?
Yeah, I mean that's incredible. I mean it's 24. That's 24 million. That's 24 million a day. That's insane. I mean, in one week you're making that back. Is that the difference? Is that your difference from basically like mine and yours is from level 30 to level 35?
Pretty much when you factor in engineer skill.
Yeah, because I'm not engineer. I'm whatever. That's
so the engineer skill is resource production of 24 hours. So I get 24 million minimum.
1 million gold. 1 million iron. That's crazy. I mean, 771,000 gold is pretty damn good. Wow. Okay.
And to be honest, they've been level 35 for
Jesus Christ. That's really good.
3 or 4 months.
Oh yeah, I know. You had it on 71. I know you did.
Yeah. I mean, I joked around about it, but it actually made it's made a gigantic difference.
Oh, I mean, you can easily. I mean, yeah, because you get it back easy. I mean, that's crazy. Because my survivors are probably around the same as yours. I mean, I'm not that far off from your totals if I actually upped at 5 more levels. I just didn't up at 5 more levels based on the cost balance out, but it doesn't matter because you're making it back. And you're making the money back, the iron back in a week.
Yeah, and so if we look at it from a survivor like power standard, I'm at 6.2 million for my survivors. But if you're looking at a resource crunch,
that's crazy.
This is where it helps for engineers, especially.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, right? Compliance. You see that too? Is protected. How much is protected? You got 462 million protected.
Those are vaults 30, baby. Besides my food vault.
You have 462 million. 303 million protected. Hey. I know. See, compliance would be like, why aren't you spending that? Why are you hanging on to this? Compliance builds right before kill day. So he doesn't.
If I get zeroed, I want to have 400 mil.
No, but
go ahead and rebuild.
No, his point is like right before kill event, he builds so this totals go down. So he's not hanging on to the totals to lose it to begin with.
I agree with that.
I'm not responsible enough to do that.
I will start a material workshop to 29 or 30.
Material workshop.
So that I don't have anything unprotected.
That's insane. You're right. Yeah, I know. Well, that's what he's saying. I'm not responsible enough to do that. I'll forget to do that. I guarantee it. I'll guarantee it. But those numbers, 1 million an hour. I gotta get into this. I gotta remath some mathing because that's crazy. That's a huge bump.
Hey man, I'm just here to help you out. You know.
I love you, Wisconsin. Fantastic stuff. Yeah, this resource stuff. This farm, there might be some. So especially since I don't know if you've heard, but I'm about to be an engineer, so I will need some tips because I'm switching. Hey. So
I'm here for it. You know I'm around. you called me on 10-minute notice. I mean,
yeah. Well, I hadn't talked to you in a while. It's been a while, bro. You didn't send me any chocolate. So I was like,
well,
Wisconsin's still upset about the Bears. I'm like, I better talk to him.
I had Bridge Babes from Illinois. I had Illinois from Illinois. I had Bonsai, who's married to one of them.
Yeah.
You think I couldn't get enough chocolate to go ahead and send them based off of losing for a game?
Yeah.
I was just they were killing me left, right, and center.
Arrow, is that yours too? Arrow's 1 million too.
Oh, nice. All right, so we got another fellow on the 35 train.
He's actually beating you. He's 1.1 million.
Oh.
He actually threw out a challenge. Compliance threw out a challenge. He said his is 1.1 million.
This is not okay.
Well, look at his protection. I think both of you need to share some tips.
Oh, your vaults are... That guy's vaults are at about level 10. Come on, man. What the hell?
Yeah, look at his gold protection. I mean, now that's a guy that doesn't value gold.
If that guy doesn't... I don't know who he is, and I apologize,
He's our compliance officer.
Oh.
He's the WWC's compliance officer. You have to know him.
Yeah, well, his chief compliance officer better talk to him about his vaults.
I don't know. He doesn't like the vaults. He doesn't like the protection.
Oh.
Yeah. He's not a fan. I'll tell you what though, Era, that's that 1.1 million, that's pretty impressive.
I mean, 1.1 1.1 I give you props on it. The kicker is that on my survivors I do upgrade my vault survivors so that I have extra resources, because even though it's incremental, I have my vaults at 29 and 30.
Yeah.
They're not worth it after 30.
He's level he's level 24, he said, for all three of them. So he's level 24.
I'm not saying that hurts me, but it really hurts me.
He'll get there. He'll get there. Hey, speaking of survivors, the last carnival login today, you know what that is? You know what day 7 is?
Survivor tickets.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. What an awesome gift that was. That was, I mean, they spot
that
on.
One.
Yeah, that was spot on. That was a great job by the developers on that one. I mean, 100 survivor tickets is awesome. That's great stuff.
Great How many are you sitting on?
Survivor tickets?
Yeah.
I just spent them all. I don't know what I have left. I just spent I had 500 or 600 tickets. I just spent in the last where are my survivor tickets? Where my tickets are?
You could just go to your survivor building.
Yeah. I'm sitting on 366. I'm back up to.
Okay.
And with that 100.
Oh, so.
But I just in this last in Survivor. When's that? When is Survivor? Is that Wednesdays? Wednesday night? I think.
Yeah, Wednesday.
Yeah, right. So I had 500. I think I had almost. I think I had 600. Maybe it was at 600 this past Wednesday. So now I'm back up to 366. I started buying out mobilization though, so to get my Survivor tickets.
So what? How many? So this is a problem that I ran into because of what I've upgraded for my survivors. How many survivor tokens do you have, and what would you prioritize?
I have. Well, I don't need the prioritize. I have my what is my tokens at?
Well, you have second and
71.
Third
I'm left with 7. I have 7,103 right now. But I don't have to there's nothing to prioritize over it. Whoever's able to be upgraded, I upgrade. I upgrade everybody. Any gold. I don't upgrade purple. I only upgrade gold.
You're not upgrading your mechanics.
I upgrade anybody who's gold. Doesn't matter. There's nobody that doesn't get upgraded that's a gold survivor. I don't choose. I just upgrade all my gold survivors. They're all getting upgraded. That's why I only have 3 left right now that can be upgraded. So when I go next time, I'm gonna upgrade 700, and then it's whatever this is, another 600. It's gonna be like 1,300, and then this is what 180. So it's like 1,500 out of the 7,000. It's not like I'm short on my tokens. I have a crazy amount of tokens.
But the part to it is that until you have enough tokens and enough golds, there's a priority ladder. Your crafting of gear should not ever be upgraded.
Yeah, but what am I eventually if I'm running low on tokens, right? Then I would be concerned about it. But right now I just told you I can't get enough gold survivors to even upgrade them. So I'm going to spend my tokens on everything. Like even in your alliance right now I just told you I can only use 1,300 tokens to even upgrade those, right? So if you look at this, I can get what 2,500 tokens I think for free. What is it the Alliance Store going to give me? 2,500, right? Yeah. So I'm going to get 2,500, which is going to give me a surplus of 1,200. So I'm going to end up with a surplus. I can't use the 2,500 as it is. Not to mention the tokens that I'm going to get from all my tickets. The 600 to 600. I'm a long way from having to sacrifice from anybody.
That makes sense. That I hadn't seen your screenshot, so that makes sense. It was one of the more general mass.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. Like I stopped upgrading purple like a long time ago. I don't touch my purples. I need gold, but I can't get enough. The problem with gold is, although I will say while we're talking on this survivors, and we're talking too long, we're gonna let you go. I'm gonna no battle reports tonight. We were supposed to do battle reports, but this is too much fun talking to you, so no battle reports tonight. But tech center, we need freaking.
That's something that I haven't heard for a long time. Jeez.
Tech center, we need more. We need gold survivors for tech center. I mean, it's ridiculous. Our like the bottom 4 that you have are like purples, like the survivors for tech center, you have to use your purple ones. You realize that, right? Once you get your extra tech center, you can have gold survivors, and then you're out of gold survivors. You don't have enough scientists. There's only 8 scientists. So 4 of your scientists have to be purple.
Yeah, 4 of them have to be purple.
Yeah,
but also
why?
Also the ridiculous part is they have a gold hospital survivor that they haven't released.
But what? But why do we're just accepting it? Like why do they have? Why do they not? No. They gave us an extra tech center. Why wouldn't they just give us 4 gold survivors to unlock? It makes no sense. It's just lazy. It's just lazy programming.
I put in a ticket for it, and it was like, we'll get to it.
Yeah, well, put it in the channel. Put it in our game improvement channel in Discord.
You think they listen to me?
Yeah, they will. They will. Believe me, it'll be all over the place. Hey, did you see our improvement list on Discord? Did I show you?
On your Discord, yes, yeah. I did.
All the people that put it together.
Come on.
So update on that. Yeah, update on that. You want an update on our improvement list? So I have been passing out the list to anybody that'll listen. I'm like a dog with a bone. I don't give a shit. Like anybody I run into that wants to talk about improvements, I'm like, oh really? Have you seen our improvement list? Have you seen blah blah blah? I pass it around everywhere, right? So talking to our buddy, the Hulkster, right? And
I thought you meant I thought you meant the other YouTube guy.
No, I don't ask for
Okay.
I'm not asking for server transfers. No.
Okay.
I gave the list to the Hulkster. Do you know that let me show you. Let me get the list up. Get my list up here. Items on the list, right? Going to be implemented. That's all I can say. Items, there are items on the list that are going to be implemented. Progress is what that is, Wisconsin, and that's what we'll take. Progress. And then and items fall off the list, items are going on the list. And I'm going to take this a step further. So I'm going to start categorizing these things, and I'm going to start taking polls on the importance of the items that everybody has, right? And then we'll get those out there as far as the importance of them, and we'll keep pushing that way.
So one thing I saw your list, obviously.
Yes.
One of the things I would question and add is new alliance tech, because you and I are at or near like
you want
the usefulness of alliance tech.
You know what? It's so funny you brought that up. I haven't even shared with with everybody our alliance tech since we moved over here. Look at our alliance tech at this and then 118. We are doing unit load capacity at this point. Because look at this.
Amen.
Look at this. Maxed. We're literally pushing now to finish out the expert nurse, and in the meantime, the unit load capacity goes up. It's like,
and then when you go to development, where are you at on it?
What do you mean?
On the development tab.
Yeah. So just war. So the veteran crest, this one got maxed out. Here, the quick research and senior is maxed out, and the construction and helper is maxed, as well as obviously auto rally.
Yep.
So
you guys are smoking it.
Oh my God! Listen. I walked into this. I'm a huge donation person wherever I go. So what I do every time for donations is like this expert nurse. What I will do is for the day I make sure all my gold is taken. That's a done deal. And then I always every single day give my diamonds up to 50. I don't really one of the clips. I just make it 50. I just do this every single day. I just do this. And I get it like that until I see 50, and then I'm like, whatever. It's just no random, whatever. That's what I do every single day. But I'll tell you what, I met a challenge because this alliance does the same thing every single day. It's crazy how much everybody in the alliance gives to alliance tech. It is through the roof, dude. It is awesome. It is so much fun. Like, so when you say, yeah, they need to talk about alliance tech, I totally agree. They need to bring out new alliance tech because they're about to max it all out. I just don't know that everybody else has this problem.
It's either they need to bring out a new one or they need to up it to like level 12 or 15.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, agreed. Agreed. You can have the same ones, but upgrade the levels. Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, our gift level is crazy here. Hold on. Gift level is 33 right now here.
Okay. So we're...
What do you guys for gift level?
Let me look. We're at 33 as well. We're a little bit higher. We're at 412 million out of 425.
Oh, wow. So you're about to go to 34.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, on Monday, like this is the premium. This is the Monday I just checked. Like I got 115 boxes already on Monday so far, and the premium side. This is just to start the week.
Yeah,
it's wild.
And that's what it comes down to into a bit where it's like you're going to need to spend gems on nothing potentially, or you got to get new alliance tech.
Yeah.
Especially for the old servers that are listening, like that's where you're at.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a matter of like with this, with the gift levels is basically how long you've been in the, like 118 is slowly been building and adding people in at migration and building the server. So like for example, when you think about FS4, right? So think about where FS4 was in the beginning of the game. Like you had CDF and King, right? Were always spending in FS4. So FS4 gift level was through the roof from, by season 2, right? So by season 2, they were always the same alliance, they were together, they didn't move and whatever. So then season 3, you add in Hulk and everybody else, and then that just adds more to that level. If you had stay in 71 and stay in FS4 through like season 5, that gift level could go through the roof. That gift level could have been like 38, something ridiculous, because you got 3 VIP 18s that are spending in the same alliance. So it just ramps it all up. So it's really, there's no secret to the gift flow. It's just more the longevity of your server having the same alliance where everybody's spending and staying in the same spot. So
and I agree with you 100%. But that's also why when the developers say, "Hey, we're gonna allow transfers," they need to open up new levels or new tech. People were complaining a little bit about the gold brick frame for it's only for 30 days. Okay. Institute something that's you get 0.25% for tech.
Yeah.
Something like that.
What are you looking for, Era? Send me a screenshot of the 430 of what? Oh, of what? Oh, what's his? You want Wisconsin's protection? He wants to shop around your protection screenshot. You want that?
That's gonna cost him 2,000 gold bricks.
Here, I will give you. Here, Wisconsin.
You can send it, bro.
Let me. Well, let me send him. Let me send him the right screenshot here. Oops. Hold on. Here, Arrow. There. Let me know when you get it. Let me know. Did you get it?
Get lost for 2,000 gold bricks.
Well, I sent him your screenshot.
I know. I saw his Discord just say "get lost."
It wouldn't be a Wisconsin thing without the feet showing. Okay, I'll send you. I'll send it to you there.
At least they were covered this time.
All right. Well, this was incredibly fun. I'm gonna let you go. We were here again. We do every time I'm on here. We're like, oh yeah, we got a plan. We're organized, whatever, and then we end up with everybody doing like a 2-3 hour show. It's freaking wild. It's just too much fun. It's just absolutely too much fun with everybody. All right, Wisconsin. Any final words?
Hey guys, have fun, QB. You know where I'm at. Anytime you need me, you know where I'm at.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. And we got to get Clam. We got to get Clam so we can have a true unite the fam.
I mean, fest. That guy, I don't know. He's a piece of work. I'm just saying.
Oh, hold on. There was one. I had one comment too before I let you go, and there was one guy. I saw you, brother. He said something. Question is likely 5 mystic. I'm guessing mythic items. 6 is soon. Need 150k. I guess my drone level is 162. I have 32 shots. Should I get 1,300 drone parts or ore? From
drone parts.
From where? Buying them?
Yeah, wait.
What is he talking about though? You don't even know what where he's getting these from.
Are you getting them from boxes?
If you're getting them from boxes, is it the choice where drone component is available? Because level 5 drone component is always the answer. If
100% yes.
So that's what I'm saying.
Level 5 drone component.
He wasn't clear on what he's like. He's picking between his drone, like drone parts and whatever, but I don't know.
Drone component all the way through.
Yeah. I don't know. I gotta better understand what the question is, but definitely whatever the answer is, it's never or. So if you're picking between something, it's not or ever. So there you go, MD. And if you're picking between the choice boxes, as far as what your prize is, always level 5 component. Always.
As someone with level 35 and 34 smelters,
oh, there he is. He's still here.
Never pick ore.
Yeah, never. Never. It's never an answer. No. Except bullseye. Except bullseye when you have the choice on what to pick with the bullseye, then you pick ore. But that's different.
Bullseye. You kind of have to pick ore. Like that's you're going for it for a reason.
Right. Yeah.
But otherwise, anything else, you're gonna get it for free from your smelters. Yeah. You're gonna get it overall when you nag other tasks. So why would you do it?
And just so we're clear, on bullseye, by the way, to clarify what we're saying there. So your choice of when you're gonna do the bullseye, it asks you what to pick as your prize for winning each bullseye that you get. That's going to be ore. The boxes that you get where you can pick what you want, or prints, you're gonna pick prints. So just to be clear on what we're saying, picking ore on the bullseye, but. If you're talking about the boxes, bro, always go with he said component. I will drone 5, then right. Yeah, level 5 drone component is the answer. I think that's what he was going for.
Level 5 drone. Always.
Yeah. Push that sumbitch up. But hey, listen, appreciate you, Wisconsin. Thanks for stopping by, man. You're welcome here anytime. And everybody else.
All the time.
Listen, you know the story. Like, you guys could have been anywhere, and you chose to be with us. Truly appreciate it. Thank you so much tonight. With that, Wisconsin Finest, QB18, out.
Have a good night.